Hello, young friends. Greetings and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Group Captain Srivastava. Young friends, today is 5th of September, and that is observed throughout the country as the Teachers' Day. Young friends, on this day, I want to share some of my thoughts with you in a form of a message. And this message is necessary as I feel that teachers are very, very important stakeholders in the system of knowledge. Who can be the teacher and what is the content which is suitable for a particular type of behavior learning, behavior training is to be understood by us, particularly in the context of the SSBs. Young friends, on the Teachers' Day, generally a quotation is referred many often to remember the teachers and sometimes to evaluate their worth in our life. And this quotation is here, pay attention. The quotation says, the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, the great teacher inspires. And this is by one Mr. William Arthur Ward. Young friends, as far as telling is concerned or explaining is concerned or demonstrating is concerned, all are the parts of the very system of knowledge transfer mechanism. Knowledge is to be transferred sometimes depending on the gap in knowledge, and this is where the teacher tells. Sometimes the things are to be explained, and many a time, particularly in the field of science and experimentation, the teacher has to demonstrate. Friends, all these things are applicable to the various styles of teaching depending on the content. In the field of psychology, where you are supposed to be changing your behavior, please remember, as per the educational psychology, the ultimate target of teaching is to cause a change in the behavior of the pupil or the receiver. This is where it is important that the teacher must inspire. And what he must inspire? He must inspire to change. That means from the entry-level behavior to the target behavior, there has to be some change. Young friends, as a teacher, I consider myself as a teacher. I have received so many messages wishing by my mentees, wishing me the the Teachers' Day and the greetings and the flowers and the quotations, etc., etc. But I was particularly moved by a message which was received from one of my mentees once upon a time, and today that mentee happens to be a senior Air Force officer. This gentleman, he was serving in ranks once upon a time. Somebody has referred my name to that person and he has contacted me. And at that time, I was doing as the headmaster of Sainik School, Kapurthala. The person has come to me, had a string of sessions. I gave that person the, you may say, the diagnostic test and asked him to work on those things which are not within the scope of classroom teaching. That is the basics of his psychological faculties. This person followed my instructions, and after some time, he got recommended. By the time he got recommended and was to join the Air Force Academy for his training, I was also posted there in the faculty of ground duty training as the senior instructor in the Faculty of Education. So I suddenly found this person as the cadet. It was a great thrill for me to find a person whom I have taught something when he was the aspirant, SSB aspirant, and now he was my cadet. This person sent me something, a string of conversation, let us say 2 or 3, and I would like to share with you. Young friends, I'm sharing the 3 messages that were exchanged between us. And the first message after the Teacher's Day greeting reads like this: Respected sir, good morning. I thank you, sir, for your guidance, which enabled me to clear SSB. Your guidance transformed my life forever. Your empathy, mentorship, and support meant a lot during my training days at AFA, that is Air Force Academy. Thank you for everything, sir. Profound regards. Obviously, it was something to feel really great for the progress of the pupil, not for myself. However, I felt humbled. And you can see here in the second of the conversation, I have written, thanks for the kind words. You pampered me. Whatever you achieved was due your own merit and destiny. May the Almighty bless you with all happiness. And to that, after some time, he has replied, Sir, these are heartfelt words just to let you know that you have a special place in my heart and my supplications. Regards. Young friends, now comes once again the same quotation which examines the teachers in different categories, that somebody tells, somebody explains, somebody demonstrates, and somebody inspires. Friends, the field in which today I'm a mentor has got a different subject altogether to drive home. It is not something to tell you. Today, we are living in the world of knowledge boom, in which where is what existing is not something to be explored or to be told by the teacher. It's all available. Another thing is, explanation needs certain logic. Demonstration needs certain ways to explain to the pupil. And this is where, friends, I have got my thoughts to communicate to you. Whenever you are approaching a mentor, particularly the psych mentor for your SSB preparations, you expect that the person is going to demonstrate how to give your responses. This is a double-edged weapon. Recently, nowadays I'm touring Pune, and I was invited by one of my friends who is working in a coaching academy. During our talks, there came a reference of one of the mentors who gives the prescriptions, who makes the people mug up or cram the responses. Even in the psychological technique, the sentences, the stories, the reactions, they are given. And that instructor, that mentor tells the people to cram up everything. This is where, friends, I would like to say something. And that something is that we must understand that SSBs have got a different ball game altogether. We are not, repeat, at the SSBs, we are not testing whatever you possess as a part of knowledge and you can recall it. We are looking for the qualities of your employability in the armed forces as an officer. Friends, By cramming of the things, you cannot demonstrate your qualities, and by giving certain model answers, the teacher cannot or the mentor cannot take over your personality. Whatever the person gives you as the model answer has come out from your, not from your mind. It is not the part of your personality, it is the part of the teacher or the mentor's personality. Remember, there are many techniques, there are multiple ways of testing you. Let us say not only it is the psychological technique, but the group testing and the interview technique. And there has to be a harmony in your responses in whichsoever technique you are going to be tested. If your responses, they are external responses, they are mugged up the responses, certainly there will be a conflict among the different uh, technique experts. And in that case, the only loser will be you and nobody else. Very unfortunately, this is my message. The crux of my message today is to stop cramming. Remember, the qualities are automatically, you have to work on your qualities, you have to work on your basics, and then they automatically will be manifested or articulated in your responses. Young friends, nowadays in our country, the culture of coaching has badly infested the system of knowledge. It started with the coaching for the medicals, for engineering, for the IITs, and slowly, as the quality of teaching started deteriorating, particularly in the government schools, parents started switching over to the private tutors or the coaching centers. Some of the coaching centers have really groomed the students well, but this is particularly in the field of knowledge, where your selection is based on your academic performance. The same thing started creeping in the same belief that coaching can do wonders even in the field of SSBs. And then, once upon a time, let us say, when I compare my days of SSBs, let us say 1986, I cleared my SSB. I appeared and cleared. At that time, people were given the caution not to go to coaching centers. And if at all somebody has gone to, as it is, coaching centers were very far and few throughout the length and breadth of the country. People, the wise people used to give the caution, do not admit that you have been coached. Though, let me tell you, the success rate, even during that time, from the coaching centers was hardly any. And all it helped the people was in a way that it reduced their, the response time, reaction time. The normal candidate was perhaps knowing about the TAT and what is required to be written there, or WAT, SRT, etc., for the first time. And the person who came out from a coaching center already knew about it. So initial familiarity had reduced the reaction time of the people, but it hardly paid any significant dividends. Let me admit it very, very clearly. During that time, I'm talking about my generation's appearance time at the SSBs, and as of now, every middle class town is infested with some or the other type of SSB coaching centers or the preparation centers. Then what happens? The same mindset with which the people appear for any other coaching, they apply here also. In the field of knowledge, friends, it is told that the best way is instructor's way. So people approach the instructor for the tips. In mathematics, yes, it is possible for an instructor to give you a tip. It is possible for a person how to hold the knowledge, through cramming or through any other mnemonic techniques. It is possible. But friends, remember that at the SSBs, your behavioral pattern is going to be tested for those qualities which are making you employable. The culture of coaching might have affected initially. It might have had the positive influence on the people, but as of now, an unhealthy and downward rolling trend is noticed even in the academic training. Here I am going to share with you the observations of our ex-Vice President, Mr. Dhankar. Some time back, he was invited by some coaching corporates at Kota, and he has observed something which I'm going to share with you. Friends, look at the title of this article, and it says coaching centers black holes for talent, menace for youth. And this has appeared in the newspaper, that is Indian Express, on 13th of July. And now I'm inviting your attention towards something which I tried to highlight and encircle it with red ink. The then vice president tells that criticizing rote learning culture, he says, we are facing crisis of cramming, which has transformed vibrant minds into mechanical repositories of temporary information. There is no absorption, no understanding. It is creating intellectual zombies rather than creative thinkers. I'm sure, friends, you must have got the message. Everywhere we require creative thinkers, particularly in the SSBs, when you are told that TAT is the test of your imagination, it automatically becomes the test of your creativity. Whatever we have included as one of the qualities in the first factor, that is organizing ability. Creativity and imagination, they are rather interlinked, or sometimes they are okay. They can, it can be swapped. Friends, when somebody gives you the instruction to cram up something, and reproduce, I'm afraid this is the biggest disservice as far as your own development is concerned. Friends, when we are going to we are committing for the preparations of SSBs, friends, let's remember SSBs are looking for your qualities, and these qualities are mostly the cognitive contents, your reasoning ability, analysis, power of analysis, evaluation. These are your cognitive skills, and they will be having the chance to manifest themselves in different tests, in different techniques. Young friends, if you are still depending on the cramming method, I'm afraid your dreams will remain far from you forever. You have to change your methodology of preparation, and you have to change your behavior. You have to activate your basic faculties which become dormant under the influence of such instructions, that you have to retain something and reproduce something. Young friends, on this day, Teacher's Day, having the spirit of a teacher within this body, I urge you that please activate your own faculties. Remember, that the content of your SSB preparations must be sharpening your cognitive abilities and the skills rather than retaining and reproducing something. Your memory cannot substitute your creativity. This has been told by me on my various videos, and this is the thing which I harp on every time. Be your own, be spontaneous, be natural. On this difference, I urge you to realize the importance of your own personality, and please try not to depend on some model answers given by somebody. Young friends, my group captain A.K. Srivastava. This is my condensed introduction and my contact details. I serve the young SSP aspirants in two ways, that is through guidance program and through dossier evaluation come personal counseling session. Do contact me on the numbers that you find on the screen, and you can also contact me on the Telegram. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Once again, wish you all the very best. God's speed.